What if the anxiety you're trying to silence isn't a malfunction at all? What if your mind was never a broken machine, and the entire way you've been taught to fix yourself is the reason you keep feeling stuck? Maybe you've downloaded the apps, read the books, told yourself it's just cortisol or just a chemical imbalance, and still, some part of you feels broken. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will never look at your own mind the same way again. We've been sold a story that your mind is a machine. When anxiety appears, we assume something is malfunctioning. When depression arrives, we believe a part of us has stopped working, that something is broken and you just need a repair, a new part, a quick fix. That story has a name, the mechanical model of the mind, and it has quietly convinced millions of people that they are fundamentally defective. But what if that belief is just wrong? Here's a different way to see it. Your mind isn't a machine, it's an ecosystem, a living, breathing forest, with its own weather, its own soil, its own wildlife. A place filled with different species, changing weather, fertile soil, and natural cycles of growth and decay. In a forest, storms happen, droughts happen, fires happen. Yet, none of these mean the forest is broken. Once you see it this way, everything changes. Your suffering stops being proof that you're broken. It becomes a signal, an urgent message from inside the ecosystem, telling you something is out of balance. Healing, then, isn't repair, it's restoration. You're not an engineer here, you're a steward, a manager. So, let's walk through your inner forest, species by species, season by season, so you can finally learn to tend it instead of fighting it. Your thoughts are the species living in this forest. Some are native and beneficial, like the problem-solving fox, sharp and resourceful, guiding you through hard moments. Or the creative hummingbird, flitting in with fresh ideas and color. But your forest also has invasive species. The catastrophizing vulture, circling overhead, casting shadows of dread. The self-criticism, weasel, quietly attacking your confidence. Many people spend years trying to eliminate negative thoughts. But forests don't become healthy by eliminating every unwanted species. They become healthy through balance. The goal is not to destroy every difficult thought. The goal is to create conditions where healthier thoughts naturally become stronger. If thoughts are the wildlife, emotions are the weather, constantly shifting, shaping the whole landscape. Anger isn't a breakdown, it's a thunderstorm, intense, but it clears the air. Sadness isn't a failure, it's a slow, nourishing rain that softens the ground for new growth. Fear is a powerful wind warning you to pay attention. Every weather pattern has a purpose. You can't command the weather to stop, and you shouldn't try. Imagine a forest that experiences nothing but sunshine. At first, it sounds ideal, but eventually the land dries out. Life disappears. The same is true psychologically. A life without sadness, frustration, grief, or fear would not be healthy. It would be emotionally sterile. Therefore, your job isn't to eliminate the storms. It's to learn to read them, shelter through the hard ones, and let the gentle rain do its work. Now go deeper. Beneath thoughts and emotions lies something even deeper. The soil, your core beliefs. Beliefs like I'm unworthy or I am not enough aren't just thoughts. They're the actual composition of your inner earth, and soil determines what can grow. Rich soil lets self-worth and hope take root easily. But toxic, depleted soil, even the most beautiful seed, like self-compassion, will struggle to survive in ground poisoned by self-criticism. This is why positive thinking alone so often fails. You can't just plant new seeds on old, barren ground. You have to change the soil itself. And then there's trauma. Trauma isn't just a memory. It's a force that reshapes the entire ecosystem. Sometimes it's an invasive vine, choking out everything healthy. Sometimes it's a wildfire, scorching the whole landscape and leaving scars that last for years. But here's the part most people get wrong about healing. The goal was never to erase the scar. Some marks become part of the landscape's history. The goal is to reseed the burned ground, to let resilience grow, not despite the fire, but out of it. After the fire, the forest is different. but different does not mean ruined. Healing isn't about pretending the fire never happened. It's about learning how to grow again. The scars remain, but they become part of the story, a reminder not only of pain, but of survival. Understanding your forest is step one, but knowledge alone won't change anything. You need to learn how you tend it. Here's your protocol: 4 practices to become a wise steward of your own inner world. 1. Become the ranger. Become an observer like a park ranger overlooking a forest. 5 minutes a day, sit and simply observe your inner landscape without judgment. Notice them. Name them. For example, the worry squirrels are loud today. There's a frustration storm rolling in. But don't become them. You're not the weather, you're not the wildlife, you're the awareness that holds the whole landscape. And that distance alone changes everything. 2. Feed the native species. Don't fight the invasive thoughts head-on. Outcompete them. Strengthen the thoughts that nourish you. Practice gratitude. Practice compassion. Practice curiosity. Journal 1 thing you are grateful for daily. Extend compassion to a stranger in your mind. Chase a moment of real curiosity. This isn't fake positivity, it's active biodiversity management. 3. Compost the pain. Healthy ecosystems waste nothing. Dead leaves become nutrients. In the same way, your failures, rejections, heartbreaks, and disappointments aren't garbage. They're organic matter that can become wisdom. Through honest reflection, journaling, and self-awareness, you break them down. Not to relive them, but to extract what they taught you. Your pain can transform into fertile ground for growth. The wound becomes the medicine. 4. Protect the sanctuary. Every ecosystem needs protected, sacred spaces. Your mind is no different. Meditation. A mindful nature walk, creative flow. Moments where your inner critic goes quiet. These aren't escapes. They're where your resilience gets replenished. These are your sanctuaries. Do this consistently, and you don't become some sterile, perfectly manicured lawn. You become an old-growth forest. Wild, diverse, resilient. The storms still come, but they no longer threaten to destroy you. They water your roots. Invasive thoughts still show up. They just can't take over anymore because your ecosystem is too rich, too well-tended, too alive. You stop fighting your own mind, and you start befriending it. The goal of life is not to become a perfectly controlled machine. The goal is to become a resilient ecosystem. A forest strong enough to survive storms, flexible enough to adapt, and alive enough to keep growing. Because you were never broken. You were always a living system trying to find balance. Your inner world is a living landscape, and it's been waiting for a steward, not a mechanic. If this reframed something for you, subscribe to The Seeker's Hood. We go deeper into the psychology and philosophy of the mind every week. And tell me in the comments, what's the weather like in your inner ecosystem today? What are you nurturing? Then send this to someone who's been fighting their own mind, thinking it's broken. Help them find out it was never broken to begin with, it just needed some tending.